Hello, welcome to the Yes You May live stream podcast with me, Amanda May Gray. Thank you for joining me today. How are you talking about yourself? It's an interesting thought, right? We all know that we talk to ourselves and about ourselves, but do you realize what you say when you talk out loud? Are you cognizant of the words that you use, of the opinion that you're putting out there? Or are you saying things and not realizing it? I had this encounter um, over the weekend with somebody, and they said how they had ugly handwriting. And I was like, no, you don't. What are you talking about? But they sincerely believed it, and I don't know if until I called it out that they realized what they were doing or how it was affecting them, me, other people around them. You see, when you project negativity about yourself out in the world, it gives people that viewpoint of you, but it also forces them to then reflect on themselves and wonder if you think the same about them. Where does this concept come from? Because odds are good, you don't realize you're doing it, and you don't even know where that opinion is coming from or who you are comparing yourself to. When you shouldn't be comparing yourself to anybody anyways. And I guarantee you that whatever this negative aspect about yourself is that you don't think is great, somebody else probably likes. Somebody else thinks is neat or cool, or they wish they had what you had. So I want you to think and realize, be cognizant when you are talking about yourself and when you're doing it out loud. What are you saying? What are you projecting? Is it good? Is it bad? And then when you notice that, I want you to think, where is that coming from? Who am I comparing myself to? Is it your parents? In this case, did this person's parents have or mother have better handwriting? Better in quotes, right? Different. Different's okay. And is that still even the standard? I think there's something to be said about how we are all imposed by our parents' subjection of the world and what they think is the standard to live up to. And what's interesting about that is they were influenced and subjected to their own parents' standards, expectations that they were trying to live up to. So if you really start to think about it and break it down, unless some work like this, unless some reflection, unless some intention in trying to be different or change, it's just passed down from generation to generation to generation. We're talking you're living under, so many years, so many generations of what the expectation should be and how you should live and what you should live up to. Did your parents do work to try to be better and not project those same images on you that their parents projected on them? And in doing so, how are you now talking about yourself in front of your kids, in front of your grandkids, in front of other people that you love, your friends? And how is that affecting them? If your hair is never good enough, your best friend is probably going to think you never think their hair is good enough, or their makeup, or their clothes, or their handwriting. And then they're going to try to live up to that. But they're also probably going to have that negative self-image too, that maybe they didn't have before, that is now upon them, that they didn't even realize. When you talk about yourself in a negative manner, it affects more than you. That's why it's so freaking important to not do it. Don't do it. Stop it. Stop talking negative about yourself. Just stop it. It's unnecessary because, frankly, nobody but you probably cares. Come on. We've talked about this before, and I think I got to keep talking about it. You are the only one who thinks like that. And if you aren't, does the person who agrees with you on this really, does their opinion matter in how you live your life? No. Because the only opinion that matters on how you live your life is your own opinion of yourself. You have to be proud of yourself, happy with yourself, satisfied with your own life, because you're the only one that can control it. What's interesting is my man Gerald said to me afterwards, you can't change people. You can only choose to live your life the best that you can. Let me repeat that. You can't change people. You can only choose to live your life the best that you can. You have the ability to choose to recognize when you are speaking negatively about yourself and to change it. We do speak things into existence. If I say I'm going to fail at this podcast, it's going to fail. I'm going to talk myself into finding ways to make that true. But if I tell you and myself that I'm going to make this work, I'm going to figure it out, I'm going to stay committed, and it's going to be successful because it's going to just help one life, even if that one life is simply my own, then that's what's going to come to be. The more you talk negatively about yourself, the more negativity you are going to pull to you. I don't think you want to get to the end of your life and wish it had been more positive. Wish you had given yourself more grace. Wish you chose more for yourself. Because those opinions of people who might not even be with you anymore, they don't matter. Because they cannot control how you choose to live your life. Choose yourself. Choose happiness. Choose to enjoy things about yourself. And frankly, my last point, if you don't like something about yourself, what the heck are you doing to change it? Hello? If you don't like it, change it. You're not a tree. You're not stuck in one place. And even trees change. They change with the seasons. And they're beautiful when they're bare, when they're full of green leaves, and when their leaves are turning colors. It's all about what you decide to make of your own life. So stop being negative and start choosing to be happy. to find the little things and the little wins, the little beauties. If you don't like something, well, heck, do something about it. Or figure out why. Why? Where's this coming from? Do the work. Recognize, identify, reflect, and move forward. You have the ability to be anything you want to be. Least you can do is be happy and choose to love yourself. Talk great about yourself because you deserve it, my friends. I hope you're having a beautiful, beautiful day, and maybe just a little bit more sunshine came your way with this thought. And if you know somebody who could really use this information, this thought process, please share them, because maybe that's the one thing they really needed to see today. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you on the next one.